Well, I knew everyone's new favorite card game is absolutely sold out pretty much everywhere. You go, you can't find it, and you maybe find stores that are running drafts, or you find a store that is selling booster packs at $20 a pack. Well, that's gonna soon be no longer. Help is on the way for Lorcana fans because the TCG in Ravensburger has turned around and said they're coming out before Christmas.
Help is on the way, dear!
This is something that is confirming what I said would happen in the previous video, where FOMO is no more. This is something that I predicted would happen with the market. Disney Lorcana bumps up reprint timeline to be out for holiday 2023. They need to get it out there for Christmas. It has to be out there for Christmas. It's not a matter of when this will happen. It is very soon. Rise of the Floodborn, which is the second set, the second chapter, which is coming out November 17th, seems that the reprint of the first set is going to come along with it. Disney Lorcana reprint is coming earlier than expected and will include a second run of Rise of the Floodborn. Please do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, do all these fun things. If you are interested in Lorcana, you want to talk about it, I also do live streams every Friday, Saturday night following the Lorcana saga at this case, and if you want to come discuss these things in the live streams, I'm there as well. It is fun topics to talk about. Anyway, last month, Ravensburger announced that they were moving forward with the reprint of Disney's Lorcana, the first chapter, which was expected arrival was 2024 in Q1. After massive demand for the new card game led to mass sellouts at hobby stores and mass retailers, there's a little bit more behind that. It's not just that there's a massive offload there, there's supply chain issues as well. We're seeing this across Canada up here and North America, and I've heard some over in Europe, some grumblings of it where it came out and it slowly trickled out to the masses. I know here where one store didn't have it, another store finally gets their shipment and people are still able to find it at MSRP. Game stores, however, are the local hobby shops. I'm hearing of drafts up towards $60 a draft. Now, you get a promo, and a lot of people are rating these promos a lot higher than they are. I remember with Magic the Gathering days, with the promos in particular, like Fatal Push, that promo in itself was about $10 at the promo level, which is now cratered right down. The card's been reprinted to death, so no one cares about it anymore. And that's what's going to happen with these promos at these local card shops. The card shops, yes, they need to turn a profit. They see the dollar signs in front of them. They've been starved from the inequity of Magic the Gathering and other games there where people don't want to dive so much into Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! But they continue with the Magic the Gathering model, continuing with having to be a WPN, a Wizards Play Network store, so they're doing a new push towards Standard. Now, this is off-putting, so everyone is turning to Lorcana right now because it's the newest, hottest thing. And they think charging over and up and above the MSRP is the good model for it. While it's creating a divide in the community, you're seeing a lot of people say they shouldn't be charging this, myself included. There is a having overcharging like this for a brand new set, thinking that they're going to be worth a lot of money in the long run. Very few cards from these sets are going to actually retain value. One of which is like the Disney's Mickey. It's actually right behind me on the shelf there. I opened it during a live stream. It's one of the legendary cards. It's not the enchanted version, but is a legendary level, and it is foil. So certain cards like that may retain value, but a lot of the cards in the game is not going to retain that much value, and people are going after pins and people are going after these promos thinking they're going to be out there. They're going to be reprinted to death. They're going to be out there everywhere. You're not going to see value in this set, and it is a good idea. The idea of Disney's Lorcana, I think, is a very easy game to pick up, But I warn you now, I really do warn you, a lot of the set and a lot of the cards are going to come right down in price, and a lot of these local game shops, I think, are going to create a divide in the community where people are just not going to go there if they're overcharging. I think that's what's going to happen here, and yeah, I can't say I didn't warn you. In a statement provided exclusively to comicbook.com, Ravensburger confirmed the reprint will include product from the first chapter as well as Rise of the Floodboard. So Rise of the Floodboard comes out November 17th. That means this is going to be out in a couple months. It's not going, they're not going to wait. You're going to see this product arrive with the shipment of Rise of the Floodboard, which usually arrives about a week before. So you're going to see probably early November, you're going to see the restock of Disney's Lorcana, the first chapter, and it's going to be everywhere. You're going to see it everywhere. To address the increased demand for the game's initial launch, in September, Ravensburger announced a reprint of the first Disney's Lorcana TCG, the first chapter. The statement reads, the reprint will also include the second set of the game, Rise of the Floodborn, and is expected availability by holiday 2023 in North America and by January 2024 in Europe. Europe, unfortunately, has to wait just a little bit longer. It's a real shame to miss that Christmas deadline, though, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit of a bump right before Christmas in Europe. Comic Book asked Ravensburger about the size of the upcoming Disney Lorcana reprint compared to the initial run. We cannot discuss quantities, but our goal has always been to get as much product into the hands of fans as possible, and we are continuing to work with our suppliers to increase production to better meet demand as quickly as possible. I can confirm that the reprint will include both starter decks and booster packs. So starter decks are relatively sold out everywhere. They're going to be in so much mass supply right now. I think starter decks, they should do a lot, but not print them to the same level. Booster packs, however, I think need to be increased quite a bit. However, it is a very small set. At 200 cards per set, the cards are not going to maintain value. It's a very small set. We saw this with Fallen Empires in Magic the Gathering. It was a small set and it was printed to oblivion. It was so overprinted that most of the cards didn't maintain value at all. You have very few cards in the set. You're going to see the specialty foils, the enchanted foils. You're going to see certain cards in the set, and they're going to be the chase cards, and that's what's going to drive sales of this product. But ultimately, it's not going to maintain a lot of value, and it's going to keep decks and the meta relatively cheap for entry into the set or into the game. And that is good news for consumers, good news for players, as long as the local game shops actually come on board with this and buy in that these things need to be lower. They need to bring the price point down lower. I can't reiterate this enough. The price of Lorcana is coming down. It's going to come down. If it doesn't come down in the local game shops, they're going to kill this game before it really has a chance to take off. Yes, supply issues are there right now, but it's not completely at the distributor level. You're also getting people like scalpers. I'm hearing rumors of the newest Pokemon thing, the Van Gogh version of Pokemon. They went for sale online, and then all of a sudden they were scooped up instantly because servers allow this type of thing. This is the problem that we're facing with our hobbies right now. You saw this with the PS5, where people were buying us up through and through and trying to flip and make $1. PS5 you can now get everywhere. It's these things. Yes, these products are coming out. It's worth the wait, and you just gotta hold off and not worry about the FOMO over them at all. Anyway, I'm your Prod King Phoenix, Cinder Shadow. I'm signing off here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.